Project Red Dawn is a Virginia Tech proposal for NASA's RASC-AL 2025 competition. This mission serves as a technological demonstrator for active radiation shielding on the Martian surface. The main objective of this mission is to reduce radiation risks for long-term crewed missions on Mars. Red Dawn's mission begins on June 26, 2035, when the first Starship launch, named RASC, will launch into a low Earth orbit. Here it will rendezvous with SpaceX's on-orbit refueling vehicle, after which it initiates a transfer burn to travel to Mars. During this journey, a second launch, named Romulus, will be launched on July 12, 2035, also refueling in LEO before it travels to Mars. Remus and Romulus will arrive on the same day, January 4, 2036, where Remus will begin an EDL maneuver while Romulus remains in orbit. Remus will land at the Octavia E. Butler landing site in the western region of the Jezero crater near a 70 to 90 meter tall scarp. After landing, Remus will offload using a custom cable system designed to be integrated into Starship. Remus's payload consists of the 3 Athlete rovers, 8 small modular reactors, and the power distribution system. Athlete will then travel to an exclusion site where it will set up the modular reactors and the power distribution system about 1 kilometer northeast of the operation site. After the PDS is set up, Athlete will then excavate a 1 meter deep hole for the radiation sensors at the operation site. This process will ideally be completed within 6 months. Once the excavation is complete, Romulus will land and offload the system's solenoidal coils, as well as the cryocoolers, vacuum pumps, and radiation sensor units. Athlete will then carry the coils and additional systems to the operation site and set up the site. This includes placing the radiation sensors and communication systems in the circular hole and placing the coils on their scissor lifts around the site, which ideally would take another 6 months. Once the setup is completed, the cryocoolers and vacuum pumps are powered on to provide thermal stability to the system. Then the superconducting coils are powered on to generate a magnetic field to protect the site from incoming radiation particles. The sensors can then begin to collect and transmit radiation data for Earth analysis for at least 6 years to acquire data through at least half of the progression of the solar cycle. Project Red Dawn aims to reduce the risk of space radiation on the surface of Mars, allowing for the possibility of prolonged human settlement on the Red Planet.